Hey everyone, welcome back to PowerfulJesus.com channel. Today, we're diving into an enlightening topic. Why did Jesus use a child as an example of faith? When you read the Bible, you often come across moments where Jesus uses everyday examples to convey profound truths. One such instance is when he uses a child to illustrate the nature of faith. You might wonder, why did Jesus choose a child as the ultimate example of faith? Let's dive deep into this powerful lesson and understand its significance. The context of Jesus' teaching. Before we get into why Jesus used a child as an example, let's set the stage. This moment happens in the Gospels, specifically in Matthew 18:1-4. The disciples were arguing about who among them was the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Jesus, always the wise teacher, saw an opportunity to impart a crucial lesson. He called a little child over and said, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whoever takes the lowly position of this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven." The innocence and purity of children. One reason Jesus used a child as an example is their innocence and purity. Children are naturally trusting and untainted by the cynicism that often comes with adulthood. In many ways, they reflect the pure, unquestioning faith that Jesus wants his followers to have. Think about a child's trust in their parents. They don't overanalyze or doubt, they simply believe. This is the type of faith Jesus encourages, one that is pure and unclouded by skepticism. Key takeaways. Innocence and purity. Children possess an innate purity and trust. Unquestioning faith. Children believe without overanalyzing. Humility and dependence. Another critical aspect is humility. Children don't boast about their accomplishments or status. They're dependent on their parents for everything, from food to protection. This dependency mirrors how we should rely on God. Jesus emphasized that to enter the kingdom of heaven, we need to be humble and recognize our need for God's guidance and support. In a world that often values self-sufficiency and pride, this lesson is a reminder of our need to remain humble and dependent on God. Key takeaways. Humility. Children are naturally humble, without pride. Dependence. They rely entirely on their parents, similar to how we should depend on God. The simplicity of a child's heart. Children view the world with wonder and simplicity. They don't get bogged down by the complexities and worries that plague adults. Jesus pointed to this simplicity as a model for faith. In Matthew 6:25-34, he teaches about not worrying and trusting in God's provision. Children embody this trust naturally. They don't fret about tomorrow, but live fully in the present, trusting that their needs will be met. Key takeaways. Simplicity. Children live with a simple, trusting heart. Trust. They trust their needs will be met without worry. A heart open to learning. Children are curious and eager to learn. They ask questions and soak up information like sponges. This quality is essential for spiritual growth. Jesus wants us to have hearts open to learning, ready to grow in our faith. In Mark 10:15, Jesus says, "Truly I tell you, anyone who will not receive the kingdom of God like a little child will never enter it." Being receptive and eager to learn from God is a key aspect of faith. Key takeaways. Curiosity. Children are eager to learn and grow. Receptiveness. Having an open heart is crucial for spiritual growth. Trust and vulnerability. Children are naturally trusting and vulnerable. They haven't yet learned to build walls or hide behind facades. This vulnerability allows for genuine relationships. Jesus calls us to be vulnerable before God, to trust Him completely without holding back. In doing so, we can form a deeper, more authentic relationship with Him. Key takeaways. Vulnerability. Children are naturally open and trusting. Genuine relationships. Vulnerability allows for deeper connections. The lesson of greatness. Jesus' lesson to his disciples wasn't just about faith, it was also about true greatness. In the world's eyes, greatness often means power, wealth, or status. But in God's kingdom, greatness is measured by humility, trust, and a pure heart. By using a child as an example, Jesus turned the world's idea of greatness upside down. He showed that true greatness lies in having a childlike faith. Key takeaways. True greatness, redefined by humility and faith, not worldly status. Upside down kingdom. God's values often counter the world's values. Real-world applications. So, how can you apply these lessons in your own life? Here are some practical ways. Number 1, trust God fully. Like a child trusts their parents, trust God with your worries and challenges. Number 2, stay humble. Remember your dependence on God and resist the urge to be prideful. Number 3, keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate your faith. Approach God with a simple, open heart. Number 4, be open to learning. Always be eager to grow in your faith and learn from God's word. Number 5, embrace vulnerability. Don't be afraid to be open and honest with God. Conclusion: Jesus used a child as an example of faith to teach profound truths about trust, humility, simplicity, learning, and true greatness. By embodying these qualities, you can deepen your relationship with God and live out a faith that is pure, humble, and deeply trusting. As you navigate your spiritual journey, remember to approach God with the heart of a child, innocent, humble, and full of trust. In the end, it's not about having all the answers or being perfect. It's about having a heart that is open, trusting, and ready to follow God's lead, just like a child. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Find the link to the full article in the description below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow our Facebook page, and join our WhatsApp channel for daily Jesus-centered messages. Facebook page, WhatsApp channel, YouTube channel. Until next time, keep spreading love and stay blessed.